In this series, we take a look at how the pros set up their portfolios and the successes and failures that they have with them. So for today, that means looking at the Baron Partner Fund portfolio of Billionaire Ron Baron. And if you don't know who Ron Baron is, then check out the Ron Baron video in the channel. I will link it up in the right corner here. Now let's dive right in. So the Baron Partner Fund was created in 1992, and since its inception, it has provided an average yearly return on investment of 16.5%, which is absolutely phenomenal. If we look at the S&P 500 in the same time span, we see that the average ROI was 10.18%. So the Baron Partner Fund has clearly been beating the market. When we look at more recent performance, we've seen even more spectacular ROI, because for the past 5 years, the Baron Partner Fund has averaged a 37.4% ROI per year, and for the past 3 years, an average of 52.7%. Last year, it even managed to outperform the S&P 500 by a factor of 9 by reaching an amazing 149% ROI. So what is in this fund? Well, the Baron Partner Fund consists of $6.88 billion worth of assets spread out over these markets. As you can see, the majority of the funds consist of consumer discretionary assets, with industrials and financials coming in second and third place respectively. One of the things that stands out is that real estate only makes up 1.4% of the portfolio, where you would normally expect most individuals or institutional investors to rely heavily on the stability of the real estate market. Before we continue with the 10 biggest stocks in the portfolio, please like and subscribe to the channel for more finance and banking information. The 10 biggest stocks in the portfolio. At the number 10 spot, we find the Charles Schwab Corp that makes up 2.9% of the total portfolio. The Charles Schwab Corp is a discount brokerage that offers securities and financial services to individuals and other financial services companies. Over the past year, the stock has gained 19.37%. At number 9 and 8 on the list, we have the Hyatt Hotel Corp and Space Exploration Technology Corp, better known as SpaceX. Each of these makes up 3% of the total portfolio's value. Now last year, Hyatt did about 33%, and currently SpaceX is still a privately held company, so it's difficult to determine what the exact value is. However, the investment bank Morgan Stanley has increased its valuation of the company from $52 billion in July to $100 billion at the end of October. So does this now mean that the Baron Partner Fund has just doubled its value of the stock in SpaceX? Maybe. It's too early to tell for sure. However, it does show that it has potential to be another great pick from Ron Baron, investing very early in a high growth stock. With a 3.2% and a 3.3% of the total portfolio, FactSet, Research Systems and R Capital Group take the number 7 and number 6 spot respectively. FactSet is a financial information provider to the global investment community, and last year it gained 14.7%. Arch Capital Group is a specialty insurance company that operates worldwide, and its stock did about minus 26% last year. So here we find our first loser on the list, and it's not a small loss, to be frank. Considering all that has been going on in the past year, it's to be expected that the insurance companies will have to pay out much more than usual, and this will greatly impact their bottom line. Number 5 and 4 on the list are Vail Resorts Incorporated and Zillow Group Incorporated. They make up 3.6% and 5.2% respectively. Vail Resorts is a ski resorts company that managed to still do a 8.6% last year, while the Zillow Group, which specializes in residential real estate websites, did 203%. This was to be expected since last year there was a massive rise in housing prices and housing sales. Many families were looking to get out of the cities and buy a property in the suburbs or in the countryside. The number 3 spot is held by IDEX Laboratories, making up 5.5% of the portfolio. The company provides diagnostics to the veterinarian industry, and this allowed the company to heavily benefit from the need for more pets and more pet care last year. The stock rose more than 70% during that time. At the number 2 spot, we find the CoStar Group, which is an information and marketing provider to commercial real estate companies. And like the real estate websites, CoStar also managed to outperform the market by increasing its share price by over 34%. Now, the number 1 spot on the list, making up a grand total of 44.6% of the portfolio, is Tesla. Ron Baron has been an early investor in Tesla and a true believer, and this is why the stock makes up a large part of the portfolio. This has turned out to be an excellent choice since the stock rose more than 700% in 2020. So except for the R Capital Group, each of the heavy hitters in the Baron Partner Fund did great, and when SpaceX goes public, the fund can expect another amazing return on investment. This was the breakdown of Ron Baron's Partner Fund. Please like and subscribe to the channel for more finance and banking information.